4 years, almost 3 to 4 years of consolidation, Bajaj Finance came out of its long-term base. This was the first signal where we have highlighted that let's keep it in our watch list, and this is where it has formed a neat consolidation. And this would be the early entry, but we did not take any entry here because the market condition was not at all looking good. But today, with such strong price action, I am surprised with Tata Motors. Look at it; it's a very, very, very weak chart. Look at M&M; it's trying to reach almost its all-time high, right? But look at Tata Motors. Probably that's what I highlighted. All the PSU defense themes or railway themes, people had a lot of expectations on the budget, but again, since there was nothing major boost to these sectors, they have seen a correction. So, if you are a long-term investor, I've told you this was the major exit signal for a Siemens. Ideally, as per the chart, you can see even on the weekly time frame that it has closed below this 200-day. So as of now, Siemens is very weak. Looks like another name, ABB, is also looking very weak. This is where we have talked that it has broken below this zone, and it has just tried made an attempt here, but from that level it's down 20%. That's a massive fall in Motherson. Hello investors, welcome to Chart Shastra. Today is day 48 of our 100-day price action challenge, and the budget is done, but the Trump has started, right? I thought just like the volatility is about to go out from the market, and the Trump has immediately started his own tariff war. We have started the market with a very weak tone. Let's start with Nifty. Nifty is down only 0.5%, but it was down almost 1% in the morning. But what I don't like is we have seen that it has closed above this 23,500, right? I was very happy on the Friday, and even on the budget too. I thought there would be a lot of volatility, but the budget has done completed with a very peaceful session. But today it has again started. Especially look at Nifty Junior. There have been multiple cases, few stocks which were down 5-6%. Today we would be discussing their charts too. And even mid cap and small cap. Small cap is where I am actually getting disappointed because it is down again almost 2% today. Just then we were expecting some reversal, right? But I have been highlighting that this would be the very important level for the small cap, and if the index rejects something over here, we might see a reversal. And that's what exactly happened in the market. So I'm a little bit cautious in the market. I'm still again on a 100% cash. I ideally don't want to trade in such market. It's one of the very, very weak and volatile periods we are having currently right now. Let's look at how the sectors has done. On the budget day, the bank nifty has tried to break above this level, but again, it has failed it. Currently, it is again below this level. I don't personally would be very interested as long as the bank nifty is under below this support zone. Now it would be acting as the resistance, right? The same thing happening on the private bank too. But look at PSU, it is down 1.6%. That's what the PSU bank is getting very weak. Here we have seen some form of recovery, but it did not last much, right? In fact, I'm a little bit surprised. IT is up almost 0.7% this day. In fact, it was down almost 1% in the morning too. But because the dollar index was getting stronger, it's very beneficial for Indian IT companies, right? Because since most of our IT companies benefit from dollar appreciating. But if the dollar cools off, I'm thinking, let's see. It would be very interesting to watch. If IT breaks below this level, we might see some kind of correction on the IT. Auto is acting very well because the new sales data came on the budget day itself on the February 1st. Most of these sales data were encouraging, hence the auto is acting very good. Realty, I'm also a little bit surprised that reality has held up today. But again, I need the reality to close above this level because there is a gap you can see here on the chart, right? It needs to close above this level. Pharma too, it was volatile throughout the entire day. It was down somewhere here, but again quickly recovered. I'm still trying to figure out what's the direction in the pharma. Infra has become very weak. It has literally tested another new low today. See, FMCG, we have discussed multiple times for the last three sessions on FMCG that it looks like it is getting recovered. Even on the budget, I was very happy that it has successfully came out of this level. But today, I'm again little bit disappointed. If there is a very good strength in the FMCG, it should ideally hold those levels, right? But again, it came back below this level. So that's a bit disappointing. Telecom too not even participating in the rally. Healthcare again, same thing as happening. Now let's start with our daily 100 stocks. Reliance was almost 2% during the morning, but again it has recovered later in the half. Nothing major happening here. TCS also same scenario, just like all the IT names today. It has a gap down. You can see that it had a big gap down, but again with the dollar index getting strong, the IT companies have ended almost flat to positive. HDFC again came back below this level. That's a bit not fair from HDFC. Ideally, it needs to hold these levels, right? But it looks very weak. Bharti Airtel is trying to come out of this zone. That would be very interesting for me. I'm personally watching the Bharti Airtel. I think we are having results in 3 to 4 days also. If it breaks above this level, that would be very interesting for Bharti Airtel. ICICI Bank, I like how this consolidation is forming, but the overall trend is still sideways on the ICICI. Hmm. Infosys again trying to close this gap as of now. Let's see. It would be interesting if it fails here and goes down, right? We might see Infosys testing this level or at least these levels. But if it successfully closes this gap, that would be interesting to watch. So as of now, the IT is still in the wait and watch mode. SBI not at all interesting. Still waiting for its results. ITC, this was a reversal today. I did not expect, but again, not a very bad candle as of now. Let's see if it consolidates here and slowly breaks out. That's a good sign, especially for ITC or take it Hindustan Unilever. Almost there is some similar chart, right? Although almost all the FMCG stocks are looking something similar. Now let's go with LIC. I've already highlighted that LIC has become very weak as long unless it see it tried it exactly almost reached this level and quickly came back because of the budget day volatility. HCL Tech, it is making lower lows, lower lows. It's a beautiful chart forming a downtrend. Personally, it used to be a very strong name, but look at here. This was a consolidation here. This was the where we can see we can. This was the first breakdown happening here, and today looks like another breakdown happening here. Let's wait and watch. LIT, very weak name, very weak name. I don't like this. Let's go on weekly, even on the weekly too. Probably I'm little bit tempted to draw a line around here. If this is taken out by L&T, probably we might see some form of correction on L&T. Surf Pharma not at all looking good. Bajaj Finance. See, I've been highlighting about Bajaj Finance from a very long time and it has successfully broke out today from this long-term consolidation. Even the volumes were also very high today. That's a very strong volumes. I like this chart. So let us just put something like this. So overall, the weekly it looks perfect. Finally, after a very long time, it's been almost 4 years, almost 3 to 4 years of consolidation. Bajaj Finance came out of its long-term base. So that would be very interesting. Even with, look at the constructive price action here. This was the first signal where we have highlighted that let's keep it in our watch list, and this is where it has formed a neat consolidation and this would be the early entry, but we did not take any entry here because the market condition was not at all looking good. But today, with such strong price action, I think this is a very strong. You are having Bajaj Finance in your portfolio. That's a very good thing. It's one of the strongest name currently in the market. NTPC again a gap down, very weak name. I've told you that the PSU names had a little buzz before the budget, but all of them had a major sell-off today. Axis not looking good. Maruti, another interesting name. Let's highlight this name to see. Although very choppy name, let me extend this line. It's a very bit choppy name here, but again, Maruti is also almost a similar chart to Bajaj, right? It had a same thing like Bajaj. It had a big up move, then it had consolidated and it had a successful breakout. So that's very interesting. But for Maruti, I would be interested. It needs to break above this 13,500 because last time you see here, right? It had came to these levels multiple times. So let's wait and see. Kotak is also looking very interesting. Probably this would be the next thing after Bajaj. but it is taking its own time. That's good. Let it take some time. Once it feels confident, maybe it moves up. Mahindra and Mahindra slowly inching up. That's a good sign. It was a quick V-shaped recovery. I'm not a big fan of V-shaped recoveries. Let it consolidate here. Let it break out then. Overall, looks like the auto stocks. I think Maruti as well as Mahindra and Mahindra almost they have reached their all-time highs, right? That's a very good thing for autos. They used to. They had a major sell-off in the September. ONGC again down 3.3%. I've told you before the budget, all the PSU names had a buzz. Today we are seeing a sell-off. I'm surprised with Tata Motors. Look at it. It's a very, very, very weak chart. Look at M&M. It's trying to reach almost its all-time high, right? But look at Tata Motors. It has made it new 52-week low, new all-time, new 52-week low. So that's very weak. Ultratech still consolidating here. Not so great, right? It should not slide down, but again, unless and until it breaks above this 12,000, only then we would be interested. Adani Enterprises still going sideways. Power Grid, same story. Just like NTPC, it is also becoming very weaker. Sell off after budget. Titan is also came. It has came out of this. Looks interesting. Bit Titan is looking interesting, but again, I would be watching this level. That let's go to the weekly. You see that this would be the major level because almost since last January, Titan has been consolidating sideways. So no major trend here. Bajaj Auto had some negative day here. I liked this price action. I've told you it has broken out of this 50 MA. But again, it had seen some form of correction today. Even the volumes were a bit high. So let's wait and see. We can just draw this line here. This would be acting as the next immediate resistance. Adani Port, not interesting. Coal India, again, I've told you, right? Don't just go with one day's rally before budget. It had seen major sell off on budget as well as today. Asian Paints, to same story, I guess. Just before budget, because of the tax effect, probably it had seen a buzz, but nothing new here. Wipro is acting very strong, in fact. It is holding these levels, this 303 levels. It has formed a little bit flag kind of pattern here. Let's see, it would be very interesting if it breaks out of this zone. But again, if it breaks down, we might see a level of 282. So anything could happen, especially the US market is also becoming bit volatile with all the new deep sea effect, tariff effects, and dollar index becoming so strong is little bit beneficial for IT. HAL, it's a crash, I guess. Again, down 6.5%. That's very harsh fall. See, this is where it had rejected at this resistance level, and from there, we have seen almost 17% of correction. There was a buzz before the budget, but again, no, probably that's what I highlighted. All the PSU defense themes or railway themes, people had a lot of expectations on the budget, but again, since there was nothing major boost to these sectors, they have seen a correction today. Bajaj Finserv is also looking good, but again, I prefer Bajaj Finance over Bajaj Finserv. DMart again, probably I've told you it needs to close about this gap, no matter how much volumes or how much strong it behaves here, and it needs to close about this gap. Trent again, just it has halted exactly at this support zone, which is now acting as resistance. Let's wait and see. Adani Green very weak. Siemens down 9%. That's a massive, massive, massive fall. You know that I have shorted Simon somewhere here. Then now I feel bad that I have booked somewhere around here, this level. I've thought I'm not usually a guy who shorts the market, so I've just taken a quick profit. But looks like after seeing this chart, it's a beautiful, right? It had corrected, then consolidated, and then there was a major fall. See, if you are a long-term investor, I've told you this was the major exit signal for a Simons. Ideally, as per the chart, you can see even on the weekly time frame that it has closed below this 200 day. So as of now, Siemens is very weak. Looks like another name, ABB, is also looking very weak in this sector. JSW still hanging at this lower end of the channel, not looking good. Adani Power very weak still. On the budget day, it had seen some buzz, but nothing, no new here. Zomato is holding at this 240 level. This was the major support, now acting as resistance. Let's wait and see. Nestle, in fact, I'm a little bit surprised Nestle has held up like ITC or Hindustan Unilever. They have gone below this level, right? So probably Nestle is looking little bit interesting, not very interesting as of now. IOC again, major sell off in all energy companies, not looking good. Bharat Electronic Tool down 3%, again, literally tested this low. Same thing, a rally before the budget expectations were disappointed. Varun Beverages looks like becoming it's looking for a reversal, but again, very, very choppy name. I don't prefer a choppy name, something like this. Geo Finance very weak, still going lows and lows. DLF also just hanging at these resistance level. Let's wait and see. Tata still. In fact, today metals were very weak in the morning, but probably during the close they have become they have recovered a lot of things. Even look at Vedanta. It was down almost 6% during the day, but again it has recovered. So now Vedanta is almost at its crucial support zone. You can identify, right? This would be the line. This 400 is the psychological figure. So if it breaks below this 400 number, then that would be a little bit scary for Vedanta. Grasim also hanging at these levels. IRFs again down 3%, major reversal on budget. I've already told you, don't get your expectations high with one day move. LTIM not interesting at all. Indigo also very choppy. Tech Mahindra slowly sliding down. I don't like this. It is slowly sliding down. But again, because of the budget effect, sorry, the dollar getting strong, strengthening up, so it has seen a positive day today. SBI Life still choppy. Let it come out of this level or let it go below this level. Only then the direction would be decided. Pidilite 2 trying to look for a reversal, not very great. ABB down 6%. See, I've already highlighted this was the major sell off, just like almost similar to Siemens, right? See, all the electrical products or utility names are behaving very bad, very weak. Divi's Lab, again, a major reversal happened here today. So, very volatile name. It is going up, going down. So, let's not touch Divi's Lab unless and until it breaks below this level or it breaks above this level. So, till then, it would be very choppy. HDFC Life tried had a very huge day on the budget, but again, look at today. Nothing significant. See, Hindalco also down almost. It was down almost 4-5%, but again, a lot of recovery happened in the metal space today. As of now, still it's acting very weak. TFC down 4.5%, literally testing. It is just staying, I guess. It is going here just quickly sharp up, move down, up, move down. It's just I don't know. It's playing between 430 and 380, 375 level. Britannia again very volatile. It has become little bit volatile. It used to be very calm here, but when it's coming out of this zone, buyers are trying to push up, but again sellers are pushing down. Ambuja Cement nothing interesting. Gale also nothing interesting. Tata Power very weak. REC देखो REC is acting very weak. Down 5% today, almost closed or reached this major support zone. I think REC, the time is up for REC. So this was the testing period and looks like REC has given up. Motherson Sumi 8.5%. That's a massive, massive. I've already drawn this line that this would be the major support for Motherson. Motherson now looks like see, this is where we have talked that it has broken below this zone and it has just tried made an attempt here, but from that level it's down 20%. That's a massive fall in Motherson. I don't know what's happening in the market. Few stocks are becoming very weak, few stocks are becoming stronger. So that's a very, very selective market we are having right now. BPCL again down 2.4%. That's acting very weak as of now. So not great. Godrej Consumer Properties also not acting very well. It has just rejected again. It was one, two, three. The third time it got rejected at this level. The more number of times it tries, the more better it would be. But again, every time it's failing. So that's a bit alarming to me. Eicher Motors, what an action, what an action. I like this. It's very strong price through. This was the perfect breakout on the budget day. And today you have seen very strong action, right? It was up 2%. So finally looks like the auto is leading the market right now. It was the one in September especially. It has leading the market towards the losses. Looks like the auto has took a reverse gear right now, especially with Maruti, Eicher Motors, and Mahindra looking very strong. Bank of Baroda very weak. Cipla is also acting very weak. JSW Energy again down 5.5%. That's a massive, massive fall. See, this was where we have highlighted that it has closed below its support zone. Looks like the stock is down 30% in the last 30 days. That's a massive, massive. Again, electrical utility. So look at ABB, look at Siemens, look at JSW Energy. Very weak. The entire power sector or power theme stocks are acting very weak. And TVS Motor again, another wonderful stock, I guess. I like this. See, it has successfully broken out of this zone. So finally, we can say the TVS Motor has formed its bottom. Now looking for a reversal again. Finally, the auto stocks, especially the major names, are looking very interesting as of now. Let's keep these. Let's observe these names very closely. Torrent Pharma, nothing interesting. Sriram Finance, not great. Chola finally came out of this mini zone. I know you would be irritated. I am just extending this line to here. I just want to be more sure, more confirm here. I did not expect to come out of this, but looks like the Bajaj Finance is moving. So probably the NBFC might be having some inflow into them. Bajaj Holdings is another again. Last time it made a fool out of us, but looks like the Bajaj Finance is also moving now. It would be very interesting for this name though. It's up 4%. Very strong name. So I've already highlighted in Thursday, I guess. All the Bajaj stocks are looking very interesting. Adani Energy Solution, not great. Punjab National Bank, not great. Dr. Reddy still very weak. United Spirits also. A very choppy sideways. Lodha is up, but again, very choppy name, very choppy name. I don't like this chart. Let's ignore this chart. No prior trend. iPro still acting very weaker, going down. Havels also tried. It's a bit counterintuitive. I thought electric products were doing a little bit weaker, but Havels is acting a little. Probably they might belong to different sectors or different subsectors, I guess. So as of now, Havels is looking interesting, but I would see this level, this 1780 level. Bosch again very weak, not even trying to recover. Apollo Hospitals also becoming. Zydus, this was the quick reversal happened here. Now it would be interesting to watch whether it would hold these levels or again test these levels. Hero MotoCorp looks like again this was the loser of all the two wheelers. So I would rate Eicher Motors to be number one, TVS to be number two, and Hero to be the last. Naukri, not at all interesting. Tata Consumer again got a reversal, so not a big fan of such reversal, but again it formed an inside day candle. So it was within this budget candle, right? So as of now, still much better. A little tightening here, so probably it has. This was the gap, right? It has literally tested this gap, so that's it has almost filled the gap. So that's a good sign for Tata Consumer. Let's wait and see because the entire FMCG is favoring. Dabur not much participation here, so still weak. Lombard not great. Jindal still trying to close this gap. Needs lot of time. P Cement very volatile name, choppy name, ignore it. Canara has again went below this long term support. So if it closes below this most recent is 88 level, right? If it closes below this 87, 88, that would be a bit uh, troubling for Canara Bank. Union is also again down 3%, not looking good. Indus in trying to form a bottom here. Let's wait and see. Let it close above this 1026 level. Adani Total Gas not great. NHPC again down 3%. See, BHL again down. It was in fact these both were down a lot in the morning, but they have recovered. IRCT is also down. So all the we are seeing a common theme today that all the stocks PSU names which rallied before the budget, I think they are a bit disappointed. So we have seen a sell off, and also the Trump has made started another tariff war with Mexico and Canada. So that's also impacting the market sentiment. I hope that you have enjoyed my analysis today. See you tomorrow. Thank you.